What's up, everyone? I'm here to present my top 10 out of the previous 20 from part 1 black metal albums. So I hope you enjoy this. I wanted to make the video sooner, but life's just been very busy and a lot of stuff going on. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this top 10. And mind you, this is a list that's not including first wave black metal, except for one, arguably. You'll see later. Anyway, we are listening to Tack Matistid, and this is my number 10 pick. This is an incredible album. Every song on the album is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all part of this Matistid album. Tack just makes incredible black metal, and I think his debut is the strongest effort. There's a lot of melody, there's plenty of heaviness. Every song is very different, very stand out. It's not just like in one ear out the other. These songs really stick with you. Just an absolutely beautiful album. Belongs on everybody's top 10 in my opinion. This album is one of the best black metal albums ever. So, you know, if you guys sleep on this guy, check his music out. You know, this is a classic album, ultra classic, super majestic, super amazing. It's got that nice production where it's in between raw and clean, you know. This is a good album to get into, and it's going to be a theme with a lot of these albums. You're going to see my taste with black metal. I kind of find that the top dogs in black metal, they don't really get topped too much by anything else, whereas death metal, I prefer the more underground stuff. Black metal, it's like I'm still yet to find stuff that's as good as this, you know. And this is a pretty big band for black metal, but yeah, Tack Matistid, this is fucking amazing. It's beautiful. You can hear it in the background for the rest of the video, so hopefully the video doesn't get copyrighted or anything, but I don't think it should. It wouldn't be very black metal to do that. Anyway, number 9 is one that'll be on probably almost everybody's list, and you might wonder why it's not higher, but that is Emperor with In the Nightside Eclipse. Now, everything on this album is pretty much perfection, as most of you will know. Just an absolute masterpiece. This is a 2017 edition picture disc, and it's a phenomenal album. You guys already know I'm a Black Wizard, Inno Satana, Majesty of the Night Sky, all these songs. Beyond the Great Vast Forest, Cosmic Keys to My Creation and Time, dude. The Burning Shadows of Silence. I mean, I just named all of them. And the intro, Into the Infinity. Me and my girlfriend were lucky enough to catch these guys live in San Francisco, doing the whole set of Nightside Eclipse top to bottom. They also did some songs from Anthems, and then like 1 or 2 from Equilibrium and Prometheus. But I mean, what do you want me to say? Every band member here is very important. This is my girlfriend's favorite black metal album of all time. It's up there for me, number 9, pretty high. There's a lot of albums out there, so this is by no means low. Let's get real. This album's just a complete masterpiece, you know. Where would black metal be without it? I fucking love it. There's nothing really like it, you know. This was masterful black metal, very different from a lot of the other stuff the second wave was doing. But anyway, Nightside Eclipse, a must on any list. This next one is going to be very personal to me, and some of you might be surprised, but I'm going to go for number 8 with Shining, Helmstead. This album is absolutely perfect. I know Nicholas Kvarthorth can be controversial at times, but this is incredible. And he had Hellhammer from Mayhem on here. Andy LaRock does a lot of the production for Shining albums. I can't remember if he did this one, but Andy LaRock from King Diamond, yes, that Andy LaRock. He works with Shining. This is a very good band, you know. They get labeled as DSBM, and they kind of started that way, but really this band is a thing of their own now. It's not just this depressing, like, raw, just sloggy sound, you know. This is a very rich and amazing album with tons of very technical guitar work and lead work and drumming. It's just not very stereotypical for black metal to be like this, honestly. And I think anybody who passes on Shining because they hear the word DSBM and they're instantly turned off, I would check this out, dude. There's some riffs in here that you'd be shocked that are just straight up like incantation-y at times or immolation-y. It's kind of surprising, you know. If you know your stuff, you're gonna pick up on certain sounds. And there's pianos, there's a lot of beauty to this very depressing album. This is not the first Shining album I got into, and I don't even know if this is my favorite some days, but this is ultimately what I deemed was their masterpiece. It's kind of undeniable. This album is fucking crazy. So good. Absolutely amazing. So that's my number 8. But I would like to give a little shout out to the other Shining album that got me into the band. And I heard this when I was I still am young, yes, I know, as many of you people make it clear, 24 is so young. But you know, when I was like 15, I discovered this album. So, this is Shining 3, Angst. And this is a very depressing and dark album. Like, if you want less of the emotional stuff and more of the darkness, more of the evilness, Shining 3 Angst is more of your place to go. It's just a dark, hellish experience, and there's a riff in here that's straight up, you know, Halloween, smart something, you know. Yeah, I can't read the song names, you know. I can never tell you because they're just, I don't speak this language, so yeah, but super cool. And as you can see, you know, the band members here, very neat. This is a white LP pressing. Just a very fantastic album too, so I wanted to show that one off because I feel like that one never gets brought up, so very fucking good, obviously. Anybody who knows that has listened to it knows that, you know, you can't just hear Shining and you can't get turned off by Nicholas, how he is as a person. You gotta look past that. You gotta look past, you know, the edginess and the DSBM label, and it's fucking amazing metal music. It's just masterful. So anyway, that's number 8. That leaves me. What is number 7? There's a hint right there. This is another one I had a dilemma between, but I went with Storm of the Light's Bane. Just a beautiful album. This is a bootleg, sadly, but looks very good. Done in Sweden. On blue. What do I have to say about Dissection or Storm of the Light's Bane, man? This is the epitome of everything melodic black metal, death metal at times, but this is not a death metal album, let's be honest. There's plenty of melodic death metal, and this goes too far in the death metal direction. I mean, in the black metal direction for me. But very technical stuff, very melodic, very, very incredible, you know. It's just a different album, you know, and I had trouble picking between this and the Somber Lane. I kind of put it like the Somber Lane is kind of Dissection's Blessed Are the Sick, and this is kind of like Dissection's Covenant, you know. But ultimately, I went with this because it's a little bit more consistent. But the Somber Lane is so magical, and so special to me. So it could change anytime, but Stormy White's Bane, I mean, what more do you need me to say about it, dude? This is perfection, and how could that not be on this list? So yeah, it's number 7. Number 6, personal favorite, absolutely fucking destroys me, just obliterates me to have to put it at number 6. I cannot stress to you how much this album means to me and how much this represents how I feel about the metal scene, how the attitude should be, the fuck you. This album captures everything that I love about metal, the very essence. And we're of course talking about Marduk with Panzer Division Marduk. Upon first listening, when you're first getting into black metal, this can sound and come off like a complete blast fest. You might not be able to tell the songs apart very much. But upon further inspection, upon becoming a fan, you will then discover every song is quite different, very, very well written. The song Christ Raping Black Metal may as damn well be one of my top 10 favorite metal songs ever, period. I just love this album. The Legion era of Marduk is my favorite because those vocals are so fucking filled with hate. And like I said, this right here is how metal should be. This is what I feel metal should be. This is my attitude to metal. I think it should be hateful. I think it should sound like this album cover looks, just bulldozing you. Just fucking 2 middle fingers up. Fucking machine guns, tanks, hellfire, long hair, spikes, fucking, dude, I don't care if anybody thinks that's corny, that's fucking metal, and like, that's how I want it to be. 502, ooh, Blood Dawn, oh, dude, Panzer Division Marduk is an album I can listen to any day, anytime, any hour, and I will never tire of it. I fucking love this album. This is just next level amazingness, and I don't think anyone will ever top this, and it really pains me to put it at number 6. But hell, 666 for Marduk, right? So anyway, number 6, Marduk. Panzer Division Marduk. That leads us to number 5, which is an interesting one. On the previous video, I mentioned that I don't really know where to put this album. Not really black metal, not fully death metal, not fully thrash metal, a little bit of each, a little bit of heavy metal. But that's what a lot of Australians do best. And of course, talking about the mighty, the all fucking mighty, the unholy, almighty fucking Destroyer 666. Unchain the goddamn wolves. Absolutely. If you go on Discogs and you see this Blue Jay pressing of the Hell's Headbangers Destroyer 666 record, these are the spikes in the photo on Discogs, so you guys can go check it out. If you own this pressing or anything, I'm the one who put the photos there, and the spikes are in that photo. Anyway, what an album. What an album. What a journey. This album is incredible. I'm not gonna name songs because I just looked at them again, and I would name them all, dude. But I want to point out one specifically because it's a deep cut, and that's 6 Curses from a Spiritual Wasteland. 6 Curses from a Spiritual Wasteland. Whoa, what is that? What is that riff? What is that? Like, my God. Just a masterful album. As some of you know, Keith Worsla is one of my fucking metal heroes. Say what you will about the guy, think what you will about the guy. The dude represents fucking metal. Just badassery, kick the door in, or my reference, kick the door down with a fucking chainsaw, with combat boots on. That's what you get with Destroyer 666. This album has everything, you know, and that's why it's hard to put it on a black metal list, because this would be in my top 10 metal albums ever as a whole, probably. Like, this is just this is just amazing metal, man. And Destroyer 666 has never failed, never missed. But this album is just the pinnacle, man. This is one of the best albums fucking ever, man. So, just take what you will with that. All hail D66, 666, and unchain the fucking wolves, man. I got a flag of that. That's my favorite flag in this studio room, whatever. I just think that this is everything that I love about metal. Kind of like the Marduk album, but this is a little more nuanced. That's why I gave it the spot. And I got into this before the Marduk album. Look at that album cover. That's what you want to see on a metal record. I fucking love, I love this album so much that I almost want to give it a kiss, you know, but that's just getting into the territory of being a fucking freak. So we're gonna skip over that, you know, save that for when the camera's off. Anyway, number 4. Now we're getting into the really ultra classics. Don't expect to see anything super obscure from here on. It's not gonna be that way. This is a complete fucking worship, hail to all the fucking classics that paved the way, these top 4. And without these, I wouldn't even be into black metal. And I wouldn't think black metal is as good of a genre as it is without these. It never gets better, you know? Like I was saying with death metal, you get into underground, for me at least, I get into underground death metal. I tend to like the underground death metal more. But with black metal, never got better for me than the stuff I'm about to show. So number 4, we could have gone with 3 albums for this because I like them equally. But ultimately, I just picked the first one of the Unholy Trinity. Of course, I'm talking about Dark Throne with a blaze in the northern sky. I don't even want to say more. Should I talk about this album at all? Anyway, along with Death Crush from Mayhem and Burzum's debut, this was the first album that I fell in love with. Very typical to fall in with In the Shadow of the Horn. Yes, that's the first black metal song I learned on guitar, along with like Chainsaw Guts Fuck. But look at the photos, look at the guys. This is just, it's Dark Throne, man, Blaze. And I had trouble picking between this, Under Funeral Moon, or Transylvanian Hunger, because I like them all for different reasons. Ultimately, this one might be the best written though, and the most dynamic out of those 3. Although Under Funeral Moon is like really, really brutal, and very unconventional, and I love that. Not like this isn't, but that's even like more. And then Transylvania Hunger, like, just forget about it. This shit is just, you know, untouchable. I love this album, as many of you do. You guys have seen the flag in the back of some of my videos. I wave that flag proudly. Dark Throne does not deserve any slander. Let's not act like they deserve us any more of these types of albums. I like all the Dark Throne stuff, man, but you can't beat that Unholy Trinity. I mean, come on. Blaze in the Northern Sky is amazing. Number 4, Dark Throne, Blaze in the Northern Sky. Now we're down to the top 3, boys. So, what is a band that I have been kind of, what are these next 2 bands are bands that are very close to my heart, but I haven't brought them up a lot. And here, you'll hear it here first. What is one of my top 10 favorite metal bands ever? You're hearing it right now. Fucking Immortal. You're goddamn right. Who'd you think it was? Who else would be in the top 3? You think a top 3 without Immortal? Fuck no. A lot of people would go with Pure Holocaust. You know, the old school fans usually go with Pure Holocaust. The later era fans usually go with At the Heart of Winter, you know. I like fucking Battles in the North, and I'll give you a few reasons why this is my favorite Immortal album. The drumming, absolutely fucking ferocious. The production is similar to Pure Holocaust, but not really at all. This is just piercing. This is ear-piercing, grindy, just shattering, you know? And some people don't like that, but I fucking love that in black metal. The riffs are just retardedly good, ridiculously good. Bath's vocals are just ultra in the yeah, you know, like whatever he does. I can't really do those. But just genius shit. I mean, oh my god. Oh my fucking god, dude. Like, last week, Mighty Raven Dark. What? Again? Dude, if you haven't heard this album yet, I don't know what to tell you. Get off the video and go listen to this, dude. Don't even finish the video. Listen to this goddamn album right now. I'm so in love with this album, and I gotta say, I love every Immortal album, you know, to varying degrees, but even Damned in Black, it's like, why the fuck do people dislike that album? It's so good, you know. But oh my lord. Battles in the North, I don't even know what to say. Blizzard Beasts is so good too, I want to mention that. But Battles in the North, man, this is the album. This is the album. Just ridiculous. And Demon's guitar playing, like, oh, dude, it's kind of like similar to the Marduk album, Panzer Division Marduk. Like, this is a fucking blast fest the whole time. But every song stands out so much. They never repeat stuff on this album. It's a really hard thing to do. And Immortal did it better than anybody ever, you know. Nobody has done it as good as this album. This album is a pure masterpiece. And just incredible. I got this on white vinyl too. I really wanted it on the white. So, yeah, just absolute masterpiece. And as you can see, I actually have a Pure Holocaust flag, which you guys don't see in the back because it's kind of lower underneath the Pleasure to Kill. But back there I got a little a Bath Immortal shrine. Just, you know, I have a lot of love for Immortal, you know. Just a Bath is just, you know, trying not to be a fanboy here, but, you know, I fucking like Immortal. I love Immortal. So number 2, Mr. Controversy. Let's talk about it. My number 2, I could have picked any of the first 4, but I went with Burzum, Det Sum, and Gang Var. Whoa, that album cover. Whoa, Key to the Gate. Whoa, dude did it all by himself. Whoa, people say Burzum sounds like ass. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Burzum had riffs for days. They had, the songwriting, you know, say what you want about Varg. I'm tired of, like, having to beat around the bush. Like, yeah, we all know about Varg. We all get it, people. We all get it. To deny how good of a songwriter that man was is bullshit, though. Absolute bullshit. The guy was a fucking genius musically, okay? Let's just admit that, okay? I'm saying that as a Deeds of Flesh fan. You know, I'm more of a death metal guy. But Jesus Christ, come the fuck on. Are you kidding me? Lost Wisdom too? You're gonna listen to that and tell me you don't like that? This is a ridiculously good album. Dunkelheit on Philosophum is an amazing song. That's an amazing album. And the first Burzum album was the first one I heard. Love that album. Ultimate classics on there. And I love Vis Lyset Tar Os too. But ultimately, Det Sum and Gang Var doesn't get enough love compared to those other 3. And it is my favorite. Just, you know, half the songs here are instrumentals and they're fucking gorgeous. And then the other half are just the best black metal songs you'll ever hear. You know, this is second wave genius. I actually appreciate that Varg, you know, he's got brutal vocals for black metal. Very, very hard to get into. It's raw, but you could hear everything. But he wasn't concerned with just making the most, you know, blast fest, even though I love those. He was concerned mostly with making amazing songs, you know. And this is a very powerful album, you know, and Burzum made very powerful music despite some people not wanting to admit that. You know, I know this type of black metal is not for everyone. It's not for a lot of death metal guys. I know that as a death metal guy. It's not hateful enough for some people, but this is the ultimate black metal, man. Like, I'm telling you right now, I've never heard like black metal better than this, except for the next band. But like, it's just so easy to get into, and like, there's so many layers to unpack, and it's like, this is a musically genius. Like, these, at least the first 4 albums are musically genius, man. Like, and it's like, it's too bad that Burzum gets overshadowed by Varg and all of the drama. It's like, people focus so much on the drama and like the stories, and it's like, do you even listen to the music? Like, do you even like love black metal? Like, I feel like only 10% of people or something actually are listening to this on their own time and love the music, and they just don't give a fuck about the stories or the drama. They just love the music, and the stories are cool, don't get me wrong. I'm a metal historian myself, so I like to know everything, but well, at the end of the day, that's not what it's about, you know? It's like, people are too gossipy in the metal scene, man. It's like, just listen to the music and see how amazing it is, dude. This is magic right here. Like, this is insane. And not to mention, out of the second wave bands, I mean, this dude did put out 4 back-to-back, like, S-tier albums, and other bands were not doing that, and he was doing that all by himself. So that's impressive. Let's just give props where props are due. Number 2, Burzum, Death Summon Gang Var. I'm telling you right now, good luck finding anything that I'm gonna like more than that. You know, the majority of my taste is not similar to the stuff like Burzum, but when you find a band that you love like that, it doesn't matter if it lines up with the majority of your taste. It's an outlier, and it's amazing. Okay, without further ado, this should be everybody's number 1, by the way. Of course, you guys should already know from the back cover, we're talking about Bathory, Under the Sign of the Black fucking Mark. Yeah, you wanna get in the comments and say, oh, how predictable, cry about the fact that this album's in number 1. I don't know what to tell you. That's sissy shit, man. This needs to be at number 1. This is Horathon's fucking black metal masterpiece, you know? Bloodfire Death, let's admit, he was moving more on to thrash metal. Plenty of black metal in there. But this is the ultimate Bathory black metal masterpiece, when all of his sound, all of his talent came together and really lined up on this. The production, the songs are well written. I mean, ultimate classics. It starts out with Massacre. I would do the vocals right now, but my vocals are shot from doing vocals for my own stuff. Just Woman of Dark Desires. I mean, you name it. I mean, all these. Fall from the Grave, Enter the Eternal Fire. My personal favorite, Equa Manthorn, dude. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Like, dude, such an obvious thing that you should do, yet this guy was the first one to come up with it. And you could argue that this album was first wave black metal, but no. To me, this is the start of the second wave. This is the birth right here. And I think also Bathory, I'm just gonna say it right here, heavier than any of the death metal, any of the grindcore, any of the other black metal at the time. I think Bathory was the first most extreme fucking band out there, you know? Just can't compare, you know? This shit is amazing. And I will forever love Bathory. I will forever love this album. The Return is goddamn close, you know? I would almost want to put the Return. And I love all the Bathory albums. Let's not get it twisted, too. Got Rep sporting the Hammerheart shirt. fucking masterpiece. But yeah, ultimately it's like this is the magnum opus in my opinion. There's not a single dud of the bunch. I've never found an album in black metal that I loved so much, and Bathory absolutely destroys any competition before or after. Like I said in my thrash video that include Blood, Fire, Death, you know, there's a reason I don't have a lot of tattoos, but I have a Bathory tattoo, and there's a reason that's the only and the first, at least, tattoo that I went with. There's a reason. So anyway, number 1, Bathory, Under the Sign of the Black Mark. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed my list. I know it wasn't like the most obscure, but I'm honest on this channel, you know? I'm not just gonna put a bunch of my CDs that are lesser known just for the fuck of it to be like, hey, I wanna show you albums that you never heard. It's like, when it comes to black metal, like I'm saying, this is my favorite shit, you know? And I'm gonna be honest. My goal is not to be true cult, or I don't give a fuck about that. I love black metal. I love these black metal albums, you know. I play the music, and you guys should too. I mean, this is good stuff. Let's respect the bands that paved the way. Let's love them, and let's not ever be afraid to admit that that's the best shit. It just is, plain and simple. Anyway, I will see you on the next video. Hopefully, the next one comes sooner than 8 days like this one took to make. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the background music with Natasted from Tak. Amazing album. I will see you on the next one.